5 of the fantasy basketball season is here, but here's a few guards that I would try to sell high this week and off my team. The first guy, CJ McCollum of the Portland Trailblazers. CJ McCollum, what a season it's been for him so far. But now he broke his foot and he's out indefinitely, at least 4 weeks or more. And like I said, what a season, his best season to date. 26.7 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and a half a game, 4.83 threes a game made, 84% and 47% from the field. So CJ McCollum, he was ranked number 3 so far in the fantasy season, having a career year. But right now with the foot injury, we're already in week 5, so that takes you to week 9 to 10 that he's going to be out. And if you could still get tip-top value for him for what he did so far in the season, for a guy who's going to be missing a month or so, it's a type of trade you should make, especially if you're down there in the standings and you need some players on your team now that can contribute and get you back into the hunt. I would definitely try to sell off McCollum if the deal is right. I wouldn't just dump him to get rid of him because he's hurt. But if you could get something of decency because of this foot injury, that's a type of deal you can make if you're down there in the standings. The second guard I would try to get rid of and sell high is Fred VanVleet of the Toronto Raptors. VanVleet, last few weeks now, his stats have really dropped off. He started off last month on fire. 19 points, 4.4 rebounds a game, 6.3 assists with a steal and a half a game, 3.4 per game, 85% from the foul line and 41% from the field was VanVleet. But the last few weeks now, he's really struggling in terms of what he was doing before that. He only has 15 points a game, 3 rebounds, the 7 assists, which is good, 1 steal, 90% from the foul line, but only 38% from the field. So VanVleet early in the season, he was on a stretch run where he scored 25 or more points in a game 3 times. But now the last few games, the numbers have dropped. The last 4 games, 10 points, 17 points. Versus Charlotte on January 16th, 15.7 boards, 10 assists, which was good. And then last game versus Dallas, 2 for 10 from the field, 20%, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. So at least VanVleet, he's getting you other categories, but his scoring and field goal percentage is very worrisome right now. And if I could trade him for something better or package him for someone else for a top-tier player, that's the type of deal you should make. The next guy's Kyrie Irving. Once again, he's on the list this week. And like I've been saying all season, and he proved me right, Kyrie Irving. I don't know if you've been listening or whatever, but anyway, Kyrie Irving, he don't want to play basketball. It seems like to me he missed 7 games now because he was just partying or whatever the deal was with him. But now they trade for James Harden is Brooklyn, and now all of a sudden Kyrie's coming back tonight versus his former team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, I believe they're versing. But anyway, Kyrie Irving, I can't trust him. The Nets shouldn't trust him. And that's why I think Brooklyn went out there and made this type of trade. Irving, you know when he plays, he's a stud, no doubt about it. But he plays few and far in between. And already this season, he's missed 10 games. The 7 with the absence, with him just taking time off. And then 1 or 2 games with the maintenance. So Kyrie Irving, he's a great player, but if he could have a few games in a row now and everything's all right with him, I would try to sell him off, to be honest, because I think he's going to pull something like this once again. And the Nets, they fined him, obviously. The NBA told him he had to go in protocol and find him. And now with James Harden in town, I don't even think the Nets need Irving that much. You got Harden and Durant. How many more superstars are you going to need? So if Irving puts a few games together, his value will go back up and only should trade him away immediately. The next guy is his teammate, Joe Harris of the Brooklyn Nets. Harris, he's been solid this season, but now with James Harden in town and Irving coming back, Harris, the touches and the usage is definitely going to go down for Harris. He's having a great season, though. 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists a game, 3.1 threes a game, 54% from the foul line, which definitely hurts, and 52% from the field. So Harris, he's shooting lights out from the field, but it's amazing to me. A good 3-point shooter is shooting 54% from the line, though. But anyway, Harris, the numbers are going to go down. Irving's coming back tonight, like I said, and there's not many basketballs that are going to go around over there in Brooklyn with Durant, Irving, and Harden. So Harris, you could add him on probably with another piece to get a better player in a trade, or maybe even a guy you think is going to break out and slumping. You just trade Harris for him, because I think Harris, his numbers, they're going to drop his points per game. He's not really a rebounder, and pretty much he's a field goal guy and a three-point shooter for fantasy. So right now, while his value's still up there, I would try to trade Harris. And the fifth and final guard, I would look to sell high this week's Jordan Clarkson of the Utah Jazz. Clarkson, he's been doing great now the last 2 weeks for owners and the Jazz, and he was a pickup the last couple weeks recommended. He's ranked number 34 on the season in fantasy basketball, but I don't think he's going to keep it up. His numbers are great though: 17.6 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 2.1 assists, a steal a game, 3.1 threes a game, 94% from the foul line, and 49% from the field. So Clarkson, his field goal percentage is way up, 4% from last season. He's scoring at a high rate, and his ranking's 34. But right now, I think his peak value he's at right now, and I would try to sell him high. Same with the other guys like Harris. If I could package Clarkson and someone else decent for a top-tier player, you do it, or Clarkson for someone else that you think will break out and be better rest of the season. So Jordan Clarkson, I wouldn't just dump him for nothing, but if you can make the right deal and sell him high, this is the type of trades you try to make. So that's a few guards I would look to sell high and trade this week in week 5 of the fantasy basketball season.